Hi everyone. So I finally got my iPhone 13 mini and my iPad mini. So I actually ordered iPhone 13 mini from Amazon. It's been over 2 weeks now, and after 2 weeks I had to cancel it because they were not delivering for some reason. So I went to offline store and got both of these. I already unboxed this. So this is my iPhone 13 mini. I'm not going to do the unboxing of this because there's nothing in the box. But for this, let's do the unboxing because we have some stuff in here. And let me share my first impression of this iPad mini. I actually wanted the purple color, but I couldn't get one, so I got this gray one. So let's unbox it. So as you know that this year there's not going to be any plastic. I actually ordered my iPhone 13 mini as well, but I couldn't get it. So let's focus on this. And I also have my iPad Pro I'm gonna compare it with. Oh, this is the first time I'm looking at it. There was no display model, so yeah, I got the gray one. Yeah, the purple one was better, I know, but this is what I have right now. So this is how it looks. Honestly, looks very small. I'll compare it with my iPad Pro, but let's keep it aside and see what do we have in the box. So some manuals as usual. I just want to see if there are any stickers because people like stickers. Yes, so we have 2 stickers in here, as you can see, but I really don't care, I never use them. So the 120-watt charger as usual, and one USB-C to C cable, and that's it. I'm glad at least in iPad we get the charger because in iPhones like you can't get that. So let's keep this aside. And so I have my iPad Pro here with me. Let me compare the size with it. So as you can see, this is iPad Pro and this is iPad mini. Like this is really small. I know a lot of people prefer this, so I get both of them in gray. So I know like a lot of people prefer the bigger size, but the reason I'm getting this is because my partner needs something smaller. She already has iPad, but that's really big and heavy, and she needs it to read something and watch some media. So I think for her it's going to be a really good, and it's really light, like really light. So let me turn this on, keep my iPad aside. Let's see. It is really tiny. I really like the form factor. Like if it's like a Kindle, so it's light, and I think it'll be really good to read. You can do some casual note writing on this as well, but I think I won't recommend it. I think you should go for that iPad Air or even iPad Pro. But other than that, if you want to watch some media, I think this is going to be really nice. So let me set up this and I'll give you my impression after some time. So finally I set up my iPad mini. The one thing I want to say that the screen is really tiny. After coming from iPad Pro, I think this feels a little bit smaller. It's like a bigger version of a phone because we are used to now 6.7-inch phone. Yes, it's 8.3, but coming from a bigger tablet, this feels tiny. But the one good thing about this is this is really light. So I was using it for some hours, and I've been using walking around my house, carrying this in my house. It felt really light. Like I feel tired after using my iPad for some time, so I leave it. But with this, it was like just carrying a phone. It is like 293 grams, but I think because of the bigger size, the weight distribution works really good. So let me compare it with my iPad and show you the screen difference. So this is my iPad Pro. So this is the screen size difference. So after coming from a bigger screen, yes, this feels a little bit smaller, but this is really light as compared to this. One thing I noticed that this 60 hertz refresh rate, it's somehow a little bit jittery as compared to this 120 hertz. I know there's a difference between 120 hertz and 60 hertz, but I was also using this iPhone 13 mini, and the refresh rate doesn't matter as much as compared to this because this is LCD, this is OLED, so the touch response is going to be different. But somehow this feels a little bit laggy as compared to this. This is quite smooth, even though it is also 60 hertz and this is 120 hertz refresh rate. So I think if you want the best experience, I think you have to go with iPad Pro, but if you want a smaller screen, you don't really have another option. So yeah, that's one thing I noticed because I felt it. Otherwise, yeah, if you never used this iPad Pro, I think you're going to be fine. So let me keep this aside. Yeah, so after coming from this big size, this feels smaller. So yeah, let's talk about this. So some other things I noticed, the brightness is fine. I don't see any problem because I use my tablet inside the house, so I think I use it on the low brightness and it works fine for me. Another issue I faced, like I was watching something on Netflix, let's suppose, not gonna play because of the copyright reason. For some reason, there are black bars around this side. I don't know why. Even if I zoom in, you can see this side has black bars. This is just on Netflix. I don't know whether it's with this series. Let me try something else as well. So let's suppose if I play this. No, they are here. I don't know why it's there. So that's weird. Otherwise, the aspect ratio is good. Let me just use YouTube. So yeah, this is my channel. If I play something,
download Amazon Prime Music today.
Yeah, so the issue is just there with the Netflix.
Listen on the go.
Everyone, so almost 1 year ago,
Also, I really like.
I switched to iOS,
Yeah.
and I said this, believe it or not.
So I also like the speakers on this. This is a stereo sort of system. This is not a 4 speakers like iPad Pro, but even iPad Air you get the dual speaker. So for the size, I really like the speakers. So that's one also good thing if you want to watch media on it. I think the iPad mini is going to be really good. The performance on this is really good because this is A15, so you don't have to worry about that as well. So I guess rest of that is just iPad as it's in the smaller package. It's really fast. Also, this is the new camera system as well. I need to show you that as well. Camera. So on the front camera, as you can see, this is the wider camera. I'm using the light. This is my face. So you get center stage as well. So if you're using, let's suppose FaceTime, if we have FaceTime here. So as you can see, this is center stage is going to look for my face. It's gonna follow my face wherever I'm going. So that's another good thing that you won't find in iPad Air. So that also you need to think about before purchasing the iPad Air. Otherwise, if you want a bigger screen, I think iPad Air is still a better device to go, but there are some perks to this because you get the latest processor, also the new camera system, and it is really lightweight. If you want to do casual note taking, I think this is going to be fine, but if you really want to take notes, I think the bigger screen will be much better, even for the drawing or canvas sort of system, because this is tiny. I don't know how it come across on the screen, but after holding it in my hand, I think it's good for reading. It's like a Kindle in your hand, but I won't recommend it for the note writing. I think this is just for media and everything. I don't see it as a productivity system. So those were my first impression of this iPad mini. The only thing I can say about this is really tiny, but it's also really lightweight. And I'm going to use it for more and gonna share my experience as well. This is not for me, this is for my partner, and this is mostly going for the reading as well. So I want to ask her opinion as well. But for now, these were my first impression. My name is Rohit. Also next one. Till then.